fair use, and shalom, shalom. It's your brother Wild Rummy back with another lesson, Lord willing to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Waha, Rakakwadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, the great millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord you see on the highways and byways, prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, also in the correct doctrine. I want to send a shalom to the 1/3 men, women, and children that will escape the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah by their faith. Just got another lesson I want to bring out through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. As you see, Babylon 600 BC, just basically give you a little rough draft on the history of Babylon and what we're going in, what we're in now, Babylon the Great. Which you're going to see, this is a great city. And I'll be in some scriptures, and after that, the Lord willing, be edifying.
Babylon, the legendary city of Mesopotamia, rose to prominence over 4,000 years ago along the fertile banks of the Euphrates River in modern-day Iraq. Its name, meaning Gate of the Gods, reflects its significance as a cultural, political, and religious hub of the ancient world. By the 18th century BC, under King Hammurabi, Babylon became the capital of a vast empire. Hammurabi's famous Code of Laws, one of the earliest written legal systems, established Babylon as a beacon of order and governance. But it was centuries later, during the reign of Nebuchadnezzar II in the 6th century BC, that Babylon reached its golden age. Nebuchadnezzar transformed the city into a marvel of the ancient world. The Ishtar Gate, adorned with vivid blue tiles and golden animal reliefs, welcomed visitors to a metropolis of immense wealth and grandeur. Towering above the city was the ziggurat known as the Etemenanki, believed by some to be the inspiration for the biblical Tower of Babel. And then, of course, there were the fabled Hanging Gardens, a masterpiece of engineering and beauty, said to have been built to please his queen. Despite its splendor, Babylon faced conquest and decline. In 539 BC, it fell to the Persian Empire under Cyrus the Great, marking the end of its independence. Yet, Babylon's legacy endures as a symbol of human ingenuity, law, and culture, a city that still inspires awe and wonder thousands of years later.
And there you have a quick, rough draft of the history of Babylon the Great. It went down by Cyrus the Great, which is the Persians. And as you see here, this is Baal. And this is one of the Babylonians' gods, man. That you see the satanic symbol up under it. And it says Baal right in the front of it, man. And this is what the Persians are doing to Baal, man. Everything is spiritual, man. And you see they, over in Persia, they lit it on fire. And it's not a coincidence that this is the God that they worship here in Babylon the Great, man, the small hatters, man. And that's symbolic to what they're going to do to Babylon the Great, burn it down. And I just want to, bring out a couple of things that they was known for doing, man. Heavy witchcraft in Babylon, which we, like I said, we in Babylon the Great again. Not again, but we're an extension of the ancient Babylon. We're in Babylon the Great. And everything we see now that's been done, from the files to your A-list celebrities and what they was doing, it shows you that these gods that they worship is the same gods they worship in the ancient world, man. They pretty much just remixed it and gave them different names, but they are the same gods. Now check this out.
Don't worry, I'll wait. Don't think I'm stupid, but what's a blood boy?
So when somebody parties too hard or isn't living right, they want a fresh blood in their system, right? I didn't drink, smoke weed, I didn't eat pork, none of that. Then he saw me and he was like, yo, I got a job for you. He was like, I want that blood. And I was like, whoa. And he dropped 10 grand on the table, 10 large. Yeah, he said, I want a pint of your blood right now.
So that was a one-off, or you started?
No, that was the beginning. I'm a universal donor. He thought I was special. He called me his lucky little blood. Every 3 months, he would fly me down to Miami. And this was the crazy part. He never actually wanted to do it on land. It wasn't legal at that time.
Yeah.
So we would get on a boat, and he would take us to what he would call Oconus, outside of the continental United States. And on his yacht, he would just drain blood. And he would just drain me, dude. Look at him from 2004 to 2014 and tell me if he aged.
Yeah, facts. And he's aging now that he's in prison. He's not all of a sudden Father Time
Caught up with it,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
For 9 years, the majority of Puppy was made up with my blood. My blood.
So that witchcraft that they use in the ancient world, they're using it now, man, on a higher level. And as you've seen Diddy showing that he is a part of that satanic cult that you see that's being brung out through the files. He's a part of it. Jay-Z, all your celebrities, man. But these elite Edomites are heavy involved in it as well, man. And this is the point that I want to bring out, because the spiritual aspect of the destruction of Babylon the Great is being played out right before your face, man. Because not only the witchcraft is heavy, but they coined these. Like, I want to show you these. I can't put it up because somebody made a video of it. But you see Baal and Moloch; these are the same gods. And Nebo was also, which is nobody but what's his name from Nimrod. They just worship these same gods over and over and over. Basically Baal to Moloch, these the same gods, man. Ishtar, Ashtar, same thing, man. And was it this is the Moab god? I think it's Chimos. I can't pronounce it correctly, but you get the gist of what I want to show you. But this is what I want to show you as well. They coined DT as Cyrus. And Cyrus is also the one that took down Babylon in the ancient world. But they made a coin. Let me see what coin, the phrase coin someone. Let me see what the coin, to coin a phrase, said iconically when introducing a banal remark or cliche, a phrase or opinion that is overused and portrays a lack of original thought. So they lack the original thought. So they coined him as being Cyrus. So this is not a coincidence. They coined him, as you see, DT with the King Cyrus as the Jewish temple of Jerusalem. They coined Trump as Cyrus. So through the spirit, we know that this man is the Trojan horse, man. He was supposed to destroy from within. And now it's getting to the point that they're going to, matter of fact, I think I didn't say this, but Cyrus is a king of Persia in the ancient world that took down ancient Babylon. So it's no coincidence that they coined him, because the Lord has a sense of humor, man. They coined Trump as Cyrus, which Cyrus took down Babylon, and DT is going to take Babylon down from within, because he's going to cause the nations to shoot their missiles on Babylon the Great. Now, let me play this.
Israel have not attacked Iran yet because China has sent 2 modern fighter jets to Iran. According to claims circulating right now, these jets carry something unusual inside them. The claim is that this special equipment is the reason America and Israel are hesitating. China reportedly contacted Iran and said it was sending 2 fighter jets, stating that something inside them would prevent an attack. When America and Israel allegedly learned that China had sent these modern fighter jets to Iran, along with undisclosed equipment, military commands were reportedly told to pause any strike plans. The focus shifted to understanding exactly what China delivered. Right.
So I don't want to play all that because sometimes they trip when it's an AI over voiceover. But you get the gist of it, man. China sent them some aircraft, and that's why they holding off on striking Iran, man, because that's pretty much one of their last. That is their last puzzle piece that they want to pretty much put in place, and that's Persia. But they're hesitating on it. Now, let me play this. Now, check out what she's saying.
Trump is creating a new style of governance the world has never seen. Donald Trump unveiled his Board of Peace. At the same time, Jared Kushner unveiled a new Gaza plan for rebuilding the Gaza Strip. Rather than the people governing themselves through the ballot box, like with a democracy, or even rather than a monarchy or a dictator, this is a new style of governance that is being rolled out, where essentially investors are going to build up territories, build up countries, build up nations, and they will control them. It would be run by, rather than presidents and prime ministers, sovereign CEOs. This is much more sinister. And let me explain. It starts off with Kushner's new Gaza plan. I think they've chosen Gaza because they knew they could bomb the heck out of it to raise the entire place so that they could clear all the rubble, build something brand new, and try out this new style of world domination. And we know this because the Board of Peace is not, even though it was supposed to be created for Gaza, it's not in their charter. Gaza's not mentioned. It's for any and all territories that they can essentially get their hands on to do this exact same project. Gaza is just the prototype. Now let's first listen to Jared Kushner talking about the new Gaza plan.
We want to encourage all the countries to be able to follow these best practices. What the Board of Peace will have the ability to do if we're successful with Gaza is really show how do you do peace implementation. As we're creating this system, we can just document these learnings and make them available to all else who want to use them in the future.
Very specifically, Jared Kushner is talking about investors redesigning a strip of land whose people still do not control their borders, their politics, or their security. They will not be in charge.
There'll be amazing investment opportunities.
The charter for the Board of Peace actually gives Trump ultimate decision-making power with the ability to act on the board's behalf without needing full board consent, essentially making him a king of a territory. That is essentially what this is. And the thing about the Board of Peace is that it's not limited to Gaza. When they started Board of Peace, they said, oh, this is for the rebuilding of Gaza. But then they wrote the charter and they unveiled the charter, and it turned out, wait a minute, this isn't limited to Gaza. This is for any and all areas of the world that you believe there's a conflict, and you're going to go in there with investor money and rebuild these areas, and the investors will actually be in charge. The governance will be by the investors who have a board, a chairman of the board who's ultimately the overseer of this, not the people. They want that for all of us. This is a way for the investors to start ruling the world.
Make sure I said fair use, fair use. And it's just, that's the only thing it's doing is set up a one world government, man. They set up a one world government. And that's a part of the agenda, man. And that's what the apostles and elders have been bringing out and let us know from the beginning. This man is going to try to conquer the world, man. And the big H, this is what he was talking about, man. Now you say since right here you say since 1885. And check this out, man. They've been having this agenda for many, many years. This is just not nothing they just thought of now. It's been playing. And they've been orchestrating their plan since then.
1885, the Rothschilds were trying to start a world war because the Zionist International Congress at Basel, Switzerland, has called for 3 world wars. At the end of the Third World War, they would control the entire world. 1 billion Christians are fighting a war to the death against 1 billion Muslims, which will leave Israel in charge of the world, which was predicted at the 6th International Zionist Congress in Basel, Switzerland in 1896. So after the Zionist Congress in 1896, you had World War I, World War II, and now we have World War III. At the end of World War I, the Rothschilds organized a number of groups called, one was the Royal Institute of International Affairs in London. It's called Chatham House. And that is the think tank of all of Europe today. And although its headquarters in London, the real headquarters are in Brussels, which is the headquarters of the Lambert family, which is part of the Rothschild family. And there, Brussels has been running the world.
I don't think we can.
So this is nothing we just came up with. They've been planning this for many years, man, way before we even thought about the truth or how about Shem Yahushua. So we know that this man has these plans and he's trying to implement them, man. This is what the Lord said in Job about them when they get their, pretty much when they get their feet, when they get their bellies full. Salakia, roughly paraphrasing the script, when their belly is full, then the Lord is going to cast it out of their bellies, man. And you know what I'm saying? This is high level witchcraft, and we seeing it right before our eyes, man. High level witchcraft. So I just want to hit a couple scriptures, and man, like I said, Lord willing is edifying. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 19. It says, "And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when power overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah." And we knew what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. And Babylon, Iraq is not destroyed completely. So this is speaking of a future Babylon the Great. I mean, future Babylon, which we're in Babylon the Great. It says, "It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation." So we know it ain't the ancient Babylon. It's Babylon the Great, which is America, man. "Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there." And you know who the Arabians are, man. They got all these stores and they go and make a lot of money. That's not going to happen anymore, man. The Lord is going to close shop on Babylon the Great. He says, "Neither shall their shepherds make their fold there, but wild beasts in deserts in the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures." So the Lord is telling you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, this place will be a desert, man. It's going to be overthrown just like Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah still is ashes to this day, man, full of sulfur. "And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come." And that's why I want to pull the scripture, man, because we're seeing the Lord setting this place up to be utterly wasted, man. "And her days shall not be prolonged." See, the Lord is not going slow, man. If you're paying attention to these lessons, man, and to Yahweh Shem Yahushua through His Word, you see that this thing is moving fast, man. It's not going to be drawn out, man. The Lord is making this place be put in a situation that it's going to have to fight, man. So that's why you see in China, over in Iran, helping them in Russia, because they know that these Edomites are preparing to take over and conquer the world, man. They want World War III. This is a part of their agenda for a nuclear exchange and them coming out of that as rulers over the whole world, man. This is why things are being talked about of nuclear destruction, nuclear war. And that's all you hear about here in Babylon the Great: nuclear attacks, nuclear war. So we see in Yahweh Shem Yahushua making major moves because the time is here, man. This is Jeremiah 50 in verse 1. It says, "The word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua spake, the word that Yahweh Shem Yahushua spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldees by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations and publish, and set up a standard, publish and conceal not." So we supposed to prophesy this word for everyone to hear, man. Say to Babylon, Babylon is taken. Say Babylon is taken, Salakia. Baal is confounded. Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces. And there you see, I showed you the image of them destroying Baal, man, setting it afire. So the nations are mad, and they're preparing to destroy Babylon the Great, man. And this is all spiritual. You can see that things are moving at a pace that, man, nobody can keep up with the news, man. It's moving so fast, man. Dropping down to verse 33, it says, "Thus say Yahweh Shem Yahushua of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together." See, the northern and the southern king are here in Babylon the Great, man. in the time of ancient Babylon, it was there was a southern kingdom was taken over by Nebuchadnezzar, man. It says, again, the end of 33, it says, and all that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. So the Lord is going to bring judgment on Babylon the Great, man. No one is going to escape. No one is going to escape the judgment of the Lord, man. So the sword is upon the inhabitants of this land, man. That's why we continue to bring up these lessons for our people to repent. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dot. A sword is upon the mighty man, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon their horses and upon their chariots. It's talking about their military might, man. So the sword is against Babylon the Great, man. And upon all the mingled people that are there, it's like are in the midst of her. So everyone is here. The Lord has got a sword stretched out against you, man. The only ones that's going to have mercy is the hopeful elect, man. It says, and they shall become as women. See, these men are going to be terribly afraid when the Lord brings these judgments, man. And it's going to happen any day now, man. Because they don't want to implement this MOTB, but you see their plans. They want World War. They're building up World War III for it to be a nuclear exchange, man. Because they believe if they have a nuclear exchange, they could come out of it and rule the world, man. It says a sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. See that? They're finna be robbed, man. This is the Lord finna bring judgment on Esau, man. He says, a drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up, for it is the land of graven images. And this place is the land of graven images. You have so many gods that the people worship, man. They worship more gods here than they did in the ancient world, man. It says, and they are mad upon their idols. Therefore, the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there, and the isles shall dwell therein. It's speaking about the destruction. This is the reason why the Lord is going to destroy Babylon the Great, because of all the idols they worship. It says, and it shall no more be. It shall no more inhabit. It's like, let me slow down. It says, it shall be no more inhabited forever. See that? Iraq is still a country, man. People still living there and going about their day. It's speaking about Babylon the Great, man. It says, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. That's what it just said in Isaiah, man. Jeremiah just repeated the same thing Isaiah said. It's going to be a desert land, man. As power overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Same exact thing that Isaiah said is going to happen to Babylon. Same thing Jeremiah is saying, man. And the neighboring cities thereof, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. So we know that this place is slated to be utterly wasted, man. We're trying to pull you out of the fire, man, before it comes. Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. They shall hold the bow and lance. They are cruel. And they're speaking about the nuclear destruction, man. Nations preparing to shoot their missiles, man. It says they are cruel and will not show mercy. See that? And they will not show mercy. So it don't matter if you got a little kid or you did good and you was going to church. What the Lord is going to do to Babylon the Great is going to be cruel, man. It says their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses. And it's speaking about those nuclear missiles, man, because it describes the 200,000 missiles in Revelation 9. So we know that this place is slated to be utterly wasted, man. Everyone put in array, like a man to the battle against the daughter of Babylon. See, that's what it's been describing the whole entire time, the daughter of Babylon. So we know ancient Iraq is still there, man, which was Babylon in the ancient world, man. So we know that it is still there, it's still being inhabited. But it's speaking about the daughter of Babylon. Verse 43, it says, the king of Babylon have heard the report of them, and his hand waxed feeble. See, the DT knows that China is back in Iran. That's why they're not running into attacking them as fast as they would have when they did to Venezuela. And now he said he's sending another a flotilla of aircraft carriers and other warships. So the king of Babylon, which this is the DT Trump, is a modern day Nebuchadnezzar. He is finna be his hands finna wax feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and prayings as a woman in travail. So you think he's shitting himself now? He's really gonna shit himself when he see no missiles being shot off, man. This is not a joke, man. This is deadly serious, man. Because this is the time of the Lord's judgment, man, and we're quickly approaching it, man. So even if you don't think that you're going to be a judge, you're mistaken, man. And this truth has given us a way out. So if you don't understand it now, you're going to understand it by death by pain, man. This is Jeremiah 51 and 47. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come that I will do judgment upon the graven images of Babylon." And see, the graven images are symbolizing all these different deities and gods that they worship, man. Your Jesuses and your Buddhas and your Allahs, all them gods they worship here, man. So the graven images, the Lord is going to bring judgment on them, man. It says, "And her whole land shall be confounded, and all her slain shall fall in the midst of her. Then the heaven and the earth and all that is therein shall sing for Babylon." See that? Shall sing for Babylon. That's what it said in Revelation 18 about them throwing ashes on them, man. It says, "For spoilers shall come unto her from the north, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. As Babylon have caused the slain of Israel to fall, so at Babylon shall fall the slain of all the earth." And let me get this in the NLT, man. "Just as Babylon killed the people of Israel and others throughout the world, so must her people be killed." See, Esau thinking, well, you go on Twitter, they showing how they hate Jake and this Black History Month, so they just doing all kind of mocking and saying niggas this, nigga that, and you monkey, you this, you that. But they don't understand that their judgment is at hand. It ain't no reason that you can get mad if somebody call you nigga now, because they're for to see that the Lord is not playing about his people, man. And I'm speaking about the elect. Good News Translation, it says, "Babylonia caused the death of people all over the world, and now Babylonia will fall because it caused the death of so many Israelites. I, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, have spoken. See, the Lord is not playing about the children of Israel, man. So there's not going to be someone that's going to escape because there was a good person or did a good deed. The Lord has his way, man, and no one can stop him from having his way. But they say in the world, they say your hands are too small to box with God, and that's a fact. You can't box with the Lord, man. The best thing you can do is repent. Dropping down to verse 52. To hit the point right quick. It says, "Wherefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that I will judge upon her graven images, and through all her land, and through all her land, the wounded shall groan. Though Babylon should mount up to the heaven, and though she should fortify her heights of her strength, yet from me shall spoilers come unto her." Saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So like me some right. So the Lord is going to send spoilers, man. And you know, matter of fact, let me just get what spoilers is, man, because you should know what a spoiler is, man. Somebody come and take a pray. And I mean, I ain't gonna look it up, man. It's easy to look. That's an easy thing. Slakia. It says, verse 54, it says, a sound of a cry cometh from Babylon, and great destruction from the land of the Chaldees, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have spoiled Babylon and destroyed out of her the great voice. See, no one is going to listen to Babylon the Great, man. It's going to be utterly wasted, man. It's going to be over. It's over with already. It says, when her waves do roar like great waters, a noise of her, it's like of their voice is uttered, because the spoilers is come upon her, even unto Babylon, even upon Babylon, and her mighty men are taken. Every one of their bows is broken. See, so the Lord is going to make it where none of the Edomites going to get off their nuclear missiles like they think they're going to get them off, and the Lord is going to control them anyway. So their bows is going to be broken, man. They're not going to wait. They're not going to work, man. It says, "For Yahweh Shem Yahushua, power of recompenses shall surely requite." It says, "And I will make drunk her princes and her wise men, her captains and her rulers, and her mighty men, and they shall sleep a perpetual sleep, and not wake, saith the King, whose name is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power." So the Lord is going to judge all the great men you would think is in Babylon the Great. You think your Jay-Z's or your DT's or your congressmen are great men. The Lord got them slated to sleep a perpetual sleep. And that means he's going to judge them, man. Put them to death. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts, the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken. See, the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken, and her high gates shall be burned with fire. And it's talking about the land, man. And the people shall labor in vain. So basically, right now, you're working for nothing, man. You're working for nothing because your money is finna go, is basically already gone, man. Your dollar is losing power every day. He says, and the folk in the fire, and they shall be weary. So we know that the Lord is not giving this place any slack, man. This place is tired, man, and the Lord is about to judge this place, man, because what they did to the children of Israel, man. This is Revelations 18 and verse 1. It says, "And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried with a mighty strong voice, saying, Babylon, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit and hateful, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of her wrath." See that? All the nations have took part of Babylon's philosophies, the ways of life, even their restaurants, the way they conduct their business, their laws. They took on this place fully, man. Believed all the way because they had the military might over the nations. It says, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornications, and the kings of the earth have committed fornications with her." See? "And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies." So that's the reason why the Arabs pinch tent here, man, because they can come over and get rich. Everyone is getting rich but the children of Israel, man. Everyone is now you see the things are changing, man. Everyone is starting to suffer because this man is losing grip on his power, man. As dollars crashing. When the dollar was strong, everybody was making money. Everybody coming in, and then they had on tariffs. They was able to trade good. They was making good money. Now that's all done, man. DT is the Trojan horse, man. He comes to destroy from within. And see, now these nations are not they're not getting rich anymore. And that's the reason why they want to destroy Babylon the Great, man. Because they taking everything for themselves, man. This is Isaiah 48. And see, I'm gonna touch on a little history of King Cyrus, because when he was let me get this in NLT, he took down ancient Babylon. This is Isaiah 48 and verse 14. It says, have any of your idols ever told you this? Come, all of you, and listen. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has chosen Cyrus as his ally. He will use him to put an end to the empire of Babylon and to destroy the Babylonians' armies. So I pulled that because just like I just said, they coined DT as Cyrus. He took down Babylon. So this shows you the Lord works. The history repeats itself because they're saying that he is Cyrus, which he's not a Persian, so he can't be Cyrus. But they're trying to steal our history, and it's going to backfire on them because the Lord is using the Persians again in this time to be a part of the takedown of this great Babylon the Great, man. So they using they try to use Cyrus to say that he was the one, because basically in history he was the one that let the children of Israel go and rebuild the second temple. And see, this is what they're saying they're going to build. You said the small heads are trying to build a third temple, which we are in a spirit the third temple, maybe the elect. But the point is that they want to coin DT as Cyrus, but he's going to be the downfall of them as well, man. Because it's going to really tell you this. Let me get this. Keep hitting these scriptures, man. Because it's gonna make it plain for you. Because as the Edomites destroyed the second temple, and Cyrus is the one that let us go and build a second temple. You know, the children of Israel go and build a second temple, but the Edomites destroyed it. But here, let me get this real quick. This is Jeremiah 25. Drop down to verse 11. It says, I could have got it in LT. Verse 11, it says, and this whole land shall be desolate. It's talking about Babylon. This whole land shall be desolate and an astonishment, and these nations shall serve the king of Babylon 70 years. So this is talking about Babylon for 70 years. Basically, 7 means completion, so a complete amount of time. It says, and it shall come to pass when the 70 years are accomplished that I will punish the king of Babylon. And see, it's a complete amount of time now that the Lord is going to destroy this king of this Babylon. It says, and that nation. See that? And Babylon the Great. See, the ruler and the nation. Said Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, for their iniquity and the land of the Chaldees, I will make it perpetual desolation. See, speaking about now, man. He's going to make Babylon the Great a perpetual desolation. So the Lord is speaking to you and telling you he's going to use the Persians in this time to do it again. He's going to use the Persians to do it again, man. So we know that the Lord is not playing, man. We see the Lord moving, man, on a high level, man. And you can't make somebody understand this, man. They have to be in His truth, man. They have to repent to the Lord, man. And here you go right here. It says, God calls Cyrus. It says, thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have holden to subdue nations. See, the Lord uses nations to subdue other nations, man. It says before him, and I will loosen the loins of kings to open before him the levied gates, and the gates shall not be shut. It's speaking about the ancient world, man. But you can see that the history is basically repeating itself. He says, I will go before thee and make the crooked places straight. I will break in pieces the gates of brass and cut in sunder the bars of iron. And I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which called thee by name, am the power of Israel. See, he didn't choose Cyrus as an Israelite. He chose him to do his will, man. He chose Cyrus to do his will for the children of Israel. So the thing, history was repeating itself, man. Verse 4 it says, for Jacob, my servant's sake, see, the Lord is doing for the children of Israel, man. And Israel, mine elect, see, it's for the elect, man. I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. So we establishing the Lord is dealing with the children of Israel. He's using these nations to take down each other to put us in power. It's a beautiful thing, man. You gotta say the water Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah for making this plain for us to see and understand, man, that this is for us, man. This man going down is for us to come up. This is a First Ezra 4, and drop it down to verse 43. Verse 43. You can read it. Start from the top, but I just want to kind of hit the points, man. Start probably about 34, but I'm gonna hit the point, man. I know I'm going pretty long, but I want to hit this point right here, though. It says, then said he unto the king, remember thy vow which thou hast vowed to build Jerusalem in the day when thou camest to thy kingdom. It says, and to send away all the vessels that were taken away out of Jerusalem, which Cyrus set apart when he vowed to destroy Babylon. See, Cyrus had made a vow to destroy Babylon. And see, through the Spirit, the Lord is making the Persians make a vow to do it again, man. It says, and to send them again thither, thou also hast vowed to build up the temple. See, thou hast made a vow to build up the temple, which in Cyrus, the Lord put the Spirit on Cyrus to let us go and build a temple, man. It says, which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldees. See, this goes to show you that the Edomites had a hand in the takedown of the children of Israel, man. Read this one more time. It says, thou also hast vowed to build up the temple which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldees. Man, come on, man. Let me get this real quick. So this goes to show you that these are the Edomites, man. The so-called white man is the Edomites, man, without a shadow of a doubt, man. Because what they said, Psalms 37, when they destroyed the temple, right here, Psalms 137 and verse 7, it says, remember, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, destroy it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon. See that? O daughter of Babylon. The Lord is remembering them here in Babylon, the daughter of Babylon. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. See that? They're going to get rewarded as they did to us, man. Happy shall he be that taketh the dash of thy little ones against the stones, man. So they had a hand in the takedown of our kingdom, man, of our temple, Slakia. 45, one more time. It says, thou also hast vowed to build up the temple which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldees. And that's the Babylonians, man. The Chaldees is the Babylonians, man. Same people, man. It says, and now, O Lord, the King, that is that which I required and which I desired of thee, and this is the princely liberty proceeding from thyself. I desire, therefore, that thou make good the vow. See, making Cyrus make good on his vow, man. It says, the performance whereof with thy own mouth thou hast vowed to do to the King of heaven. And see, Cyrus made a vow to do this, man. And the same thing's happening now, man. The Lord is putting them in place to come against Babylon the Great, man. And Persia is one of the oldest nations in the history of the world, man. So, man, it ain't a coincidence, man, the things are playing out the way they're playing out, man. and they coined DT as Cyrus because the same thing happened to Babylon. The Cyrus took down Babylon. The same person, the Persians, and the DT is going against is going to be the ones that take down Babylon the Great. So Lord, when it was edifying, I'm going to end it there. Shalom, shalom.